Hello, welcome. My name is Shauna. Happy New Year, happy January, happy 2026. Again, my name is Shauna and I'm going to be leading you through a vinyasa flow-based style yoga class for the next 45 minutes, reminding you that this practice is for you and only you. We're going to get started with some blocks. So if you have blocks, go ahead and place those just at the top of your mat and then just begin to come onto your mat. We're actually going to get started lying on our backs here. So wherever you are, coming into your space, beginning to lie down onto your back as you begin to extend the arms out, allowing the toes to find a little bit of a melting, and just coming into the breath here, more into your awareness, and beginning to dedicate this time for you. The next 45 minutes are for you and only you. So I say in my classes, we release the ego, we release the judgment. There is no judgment placed on you, so don't judge yourself. We're just having fun. We're releasing anything that no longer serves, beginning this new year, energized, revitalized, and just moving the body to some mindful movement. So again, we're starting lying on our backs. We're just beginning to come into our breath here. So allowing those inhales to prepare the body. Exhale. Just taking a few more breaths here, lying on the back. Let's take two more big collective breaths here. So this next inhale, fully begin to inflate into the lungs. Feel the ribs, the chest, everything begin to expand. And when you get to the top of your breath, open the mouth, sigh it out. Release. Let's take one more big breath just like that. Big inhale. Open the mouth, sigh it out. Exhale. Let's go ahead and begin to bring gentle movement back into our body here. So starting to wiggle through those fingers, perhaps wiggling through those toes. Maybe finding a little bit bigger movement here, adding a circling of the wrist and perhaps a circling of the ankle, just kind of warming the body back up. Maybe the head begins to find a little bit of movement here as it starts to sway side to side. Maybe a bending into those elbows and perhaps even reaching the arms all the way back behind you, finding that good morning stretch. Big inhale. And as you exhale, go ahead and bring your arms out towards the sides as you take a generous bend into your knees, allowing the soles of your feet to begin to rest down into the mat. We're going to begin to windshield the wiper, the legs side to side. So just allowing for gentle movement to begin to come into your hips here. Maybe you have a fast windshield wiper. Perhaps you have a slow windshield wiper. It doesn't really matter here. Maybe the head begins to go in the opposite direction of the knees. As we begin to move through these next 45 minutes, remember to tune into your breath. So those inhales are preparing our body. We use our exhales to begin to release, to let go, and to go deeper into your practice. So continue here with those windshield wipers, left to right, east to west. And when your knees fall over towards the right side, go ahead and keep them there. We're going to allow both knees to fall towards the right side as you begin to look over your left shoulder. Just finding the breath here, going a little bit deeper into that twist. And you have those blocks somewhat accessible to you. So if you need those blocks, when those knees are pointing over towards that right side, maybe you reach and grab a hold of the block, place it down, and then allow the knee to rest as you begin to look over that left shoulder. Or perhaps you take that block, you place it in between your knees. Just allowing for a little bit more depth here. Couple more breaths. Beautiful. And if you chose to take that block, just go and remove it. We're just going to begin to bring both knees back through center and then over towards your left side. Allowing both knees to fall to the left as you begin to look over your right shoulder. Again, if you want to take a block and you want to place it underneath that left knee, or perhaps in between the legs as you begin to look over that right shoulder. Allowing the body to surrender, to melt, to go deeper into this stretch. One more deep breath, inhale. And exhale it out. Go ahead and remove that block if you chose to use it. We're gonna bring both knees through center and then begin to hug the knees in towards your chest. Finding movement here. So maybe you take the hands onto the knees, you begin to circle out the hips. Maybe circling up the hips, taking them around. I kind of call that the KitchenAid mixer style, out and around. Or perhaps you keep the knees together, maybe stirring them more like a stew. Together, we're just starting to warm up the shoulders here, getting into those hips. Try to release the tension we might be feeling through the jaw here, through the space between the brow bone, and just moving. Whatever direction, whatever modality you're taking, go ahead and go in the opposite direction here. So if you're taking those knees out towards the right, go ahead and begin to take them to the left. Maybe even start to elliptical the knees, forward and back. Again, just finding movement through the body. Let's take about 2 more breaths here. Last deep breath, inhale. And as you exhale, begin to find stillness. Hug those knees in towards your chest and then go ahead and bring your forehead to the tops of the knees. Let's squeeze the body here for 3. Squeezing for 2. Squeezing for 1. Go ahead and begin to release. We're gonna roll over onto our right side. Take a fetal position here as the knees hug in towards the chest. Utilizing this fetal position down to the ground, begin to press into your left palm or your right palm as you rise to an easy seated position here. So as we begin to come into your seated position, it doesn't really matter what leg is in front of the other. We're just gonna bring those hands onto the knees. Go ahead and begin to add big body circles here. Allowing the head, the neck, the spine to begin to come into your party. We're moving the spine in all 6 directions here. Sinking back onto the tailbone and then coming forward. Those shoulders, the neck, which is an extension of the spine, is finding some movement. We've released the ego, we've released the judgment. It does not matter what it looks like as long as it feels good in your body. Let's go ahead and begin to take this movement in the opposite direction. Again, bending into those elbows, rolling through those shoulders, extending through the spine. Last deep breath here, inhale. And as you exhale, begin to sit up nice and tall. We're gonna cross our legs in the opposite direction. So just look down, see whatever way they're crossed, and go ahead and cross them the opposite way. On your next inhale, sitting up nice and tall, reach the arms above the head. As you exhale, take your right hand down, reach over towards your right side. We're here for a few breaths, so if you'd like to look underneath that left armpit, stretching and lengthening through that whole left side body. Maybe you melt a little deeper into your right arm. On the next inhale, both arms are gonna reach high to the sky. And as you exhale, take that left hand down, reach over towards your left. Again, we're here for a few breaths, so if you'd like to look underneath that right armpit, or perhaps you wanna melt a little deeper into that left arm. Let's begin to add breath to movement here. So an inhale, reach the arms above the head. Exhale over to the right. Inhale, reach up and lengthen. Exhale to the left. One more time each side. Inhale through center. Exhale to the right. Inhale through center. Exhale to the left. On this next inhale, reach up and pause. Let's go begin to pull out of the side body, finding movement through the hips, through those ribs, through those shoulders. Maybe like we're grabbing towards the stars or picking some apples. We're gonna be here for 3. Again, finding that nice rhythmic breath for 2. And 1. Go ahead and take those hands all the way down towards your knees and then place them in front of you. We're going to begin to roll forward, coming into a tabletop position on all fours. So stacking the shoulders over the wrists, begin to stack the knees right underneath your hips. Give yourself some space here in between those hands and in between those knees, like you're on the number 11 or on some railroad tracks here. Hugging the belly button in towards the spine as you find a nice neutral tabletop. Tuck that tailbone underneath you and press energy into your palms. The next inhale, drop the chest, tailbone rises, gaze rise, look up. As you exhale, begin to curl everything in. Chin to chest, tailbone tucks, look in towards the belly button. Your inhales begin to roll through, roll the shoulder blades down the back. And as you exhale, begin to curl everything in. Chin to chest, tailbone tucks, find a doming through the spine. Let's continue here with these cat-cows. The inhales opening up our body. And the exhales begin to curl everything in. Maybe now we start to find organic movement into the body. Adding circles here, releasing those shoulders, the neck, the spine, bending into those elbows. Perhaps you begin to wag the tail here, looking over that side, over those hips. Maybe even taking those fingertips out towards the side. Start to waddle side to side like a penguin. Whatever version you're going in, whatever direction, let's go ahead and begin to go in the opposite direction. So if you're making big body circles to the left, begin to make big body circles to the right. Again, maybe we flip those palms, fingertips in towards each other. Maybe they're out wide. And maybe we begin to hinge forward and back. We're here for 3. Just moving that body for 2. For 1, begin to meet me back into that nice neutral tabletop position here. We're going to begin to press energy into our left palm. Go ahead and reach your right arm up towards the sky. Inhale, look up. And as you exhale, bring your right elbow to your left wrist. Inhale, reach it up and lengthen. Exhale, curl it over, elbow to wrist. 1 more just like that. Inhale, look up. And as you exhale, we're gonna thread the needle here. Bringing that right arm all the way over towards your left side. Come down onto your right ear. If it feels impossible to come onto the right ear, we're gonna take a block. You're gonna place it underneath you and maybe you place the ear onto that block. Taking this a little bit deeper, maybe you extend your left leg back behind you. We can stay high onto the toes. Or if you wanna take it a little deeper, perhaps you lift that left leg up towards the sky. Holding here for about 4 more breaths. Reminding you, shakes and wobbles mean the body's working. If you fall, meet us again, no big deal. There is no ego, there is no judgment. Last 2 breaths here, holding, feeling that stability within the body. Last deep breath, inhale. And on this exhale, taking your left leg back underneath you, pressing energy into that left palm. Let's go ahead and begin to rise the body, right arm back up towards the sky. And as you exhale, bring everything back down. Nice neutral tabletop position. Beginning to stack over your right shoulder. Lift the left arm up towards the sky. Inhale. Exhale, bring left elbow, right wrist. Inhale, reach up and lengthen. Exhale, curl it over. 1 more just like that. Inhale. Exhale. This time threading the needle, bring that left arm all the way over towards your right side. So now maybe we come onto that block or perhaps you come onto your left ear. Whatever feels more comfortable for you. What we do with our right arm and our right leg is up to us, yogi's choice. Again, if you would like to extend the right leg out, maybe high onto those toes, or perhaps that right leg takes flight. Some people like to bend and maybe grab onto it. Want a little bit more of a challenge? Again, we're here for 4. Finding our breath, shakes and wobbles for 2. And 1 big collective breath, inhale. And as you exhale, begin to lower into that right leg, pressing energy into your right palm, rising all the way up. Left arm high to the sky. Exhale, bring it down. Beautiful. We're beginning to add a little bit more movement here. We're going to start to curl the toes underneath us. Setting your tailbone high to the sky, take a downward facing dog here. So holding into this downward facing dog, it's like an upside down V. Really think pressing into your palms here as you spread the fingers nice and wide. Tailbone is lengthening up towards the sky and releasing your head down towards the earth. So no worries, don't need to look forward, just look in between your thighs, allowing that neck to be an extension of the spine, reaching all the way to the tailbone. Maybe you start to pedal out your feet here in your down dog, rising high onto the toes and then releasing the heels down. Again, just finding movement, pressing into those palms, chest to thigh compression here. Go ahead and settle those heels down into some stillness. So coming into that nice downward facing dog. You're gonna begin to rise high onto your toes. Look forward towards your fingertips. We're gonna walk, step, tippy toe our feet towards our hands. Adding a generous bend into your knees. Begin to grab opposite elbows here as you start to sway side to side. Releasing the neck here, allowing the crown of the head to reach down towards the earth. Finding movement, maybe swaying side to side if that feels good within your body. Perhaps you begin to shake the head yes, nod the head no, maybe do some maybes, and then release the hands down towards the earth. This is when we're going to start to take a nice forward fold. So perhaps you start to straighten out your legs. Maybe you grab peace sign fingers onto the big toe. Pulling the chest a little closer towards your thighs. Just think lengthening through the hamstrings here. So we're still having that tailbone nice and lifted. You can have a bend into your knees. That's okay. We're thinking chest to thigh compression as we pull the body a little bit closer. If you're nice and flexible and you want to take those hands, wrap them around the backs of the thighs, maybe even the back of those shins, those calves here. Let's take 2 more breaths here together. The inhales are preparing our body. The exhales, we pull a little bit closer. Last deep breath here, inhale. And exhale. Go ahead and begin to release your hands. Slide them onto your shins. Go ahead and look forward, half lift, nice flat back. Exhale, forward fold, reach down towards those toes. Let's take that one more time. Inhale, half lift, roll the shoulder blades down the back. Exhale, forward fold. Begin to press into your feet as you slowly root to rise all the way up to standing. Once you get there, the head, the neck, the spine are last to arrive, and then sweep the arms all the way above the head. Exhale, palms to kiss, down through the heart center, and then hands down by your waist, palms face forward, mountain pose to Tadasana. Maybe we begin to set an intention for our practice. This is the new year. An intention doesn't need to be a goal. It doesn't need to be a resolution. An intention is a step that we are going to take purposefully to become the best version of ourselves. So what does that intention look like for you? Is it something on the mat? Is it something physical, or is it something mental? Is it something spiritual? So just beginning to tune into that intention, welcoming new dreams, new aspirations, new love, new awareness back into our bodies. Let's take one more big breath here together. On that next inhale, go ahead and sweep those arms all the way above the head. Interlocking the fingers here. Releasing your first finger and your thumb, squeeze the biceps towards the ears. Adding a little rock side to side here like a tick-tock clock. Finding movement through the hips, but really it's that top body that's doing the work. When you're over towards your right side, go ahead and stay there. We're gonna hold here for 3. Squeezing those biceps towards the ears for 2. For 1, the next inhale, reach up towards the sky, and as you exhale, over towards the left. Again, finding our breath. We're here for 3. We're here for 2. We're here for 1. Come all the way back through center. Releasing those hands back up and then draw them down through the heart center. Down by your waist, mountain pose Tadasana. Let's go and begin to take those feet out a little bit wider. You're going to take your hands back towards these invisible back pockets here. Add a nice bend into those knees as you begin to roll the shoulder blades down the back, open through the heart. Take a nice gentle back bend here, looking up towards the sky, pressing the hips a little more forward. 1 more deep breath, inhale. And use your exhale to begin to forward fold. So leading with the heart as you take the body all the way down towards those toes. Those hands are gonna come all the way down, resting down to the earth, or perhaps onto a block. Taking the opportunity now to begin to press energy into your palms. On that next inhale, take your half lift either onto your block or onto your shins. And as you exhale, forward fold. Moving the block out of the way, plant the hands. Step your left foot back, step your right foot back, high plank here. As you exhale, option to drop the knees, bending into those elbows. Taking our low push-up, releasing your belly all the way down towards the earth. Finding a little bit of grounding here, a little bit of stability. Go ahead and walk those hands down by your ribs. Elbows are pointing back behind you. On the next inhale, just look forward, baby cobra. Exhale, release the body down. Inhale, rising up a little bit higher, teenager cobra. Exhale, release. Inhale, full cobra pose, pressing the shoelace part of your feet down into the earth as you straighten through those arms as best as you can. Rolling those shoulder blades down the back. Maybe you look up towards the sky. Nice deep breath here. And then release the body all the way back down. We're gonna go ahead and curl the toes underneath us. We're gonna inchworm those knees underneath us. We're gonna press up to a push-up. So maybe you use that and just, or perhaps you take that full push-up. Everybody here is in a high plank, inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Send those hips back up towards the sky as you pedal out those feet. That's gonna be moving through a vinyasa. So you do whatever feels good in your body, dropping those knees, curling those toes, whatever is best for you. Sending those heels down into stillness. On the next inhale, your right leg is gonna reach high to the sky. And as you exhale, take that right foot in between your hands. Go ahead and lower your left knee down. Taking a nice low lunge here, check in with the body. Option to stay here, maybe we take those blocks one more time, placing them on each side of your foot. However you need to set yourself up. This is nice in level 1. Actually, this is probably level 1, so maybe that feels good for you. Level 2, a little bit higher. Level 3, we're right here. Wherever you are, just begin to sink your hip down towards the earth as you open up through the heart. Option to stay here. Or maybe you lift those arms up towards the sky. 2 more deep breaths in this nice low lunge. Big breath, inhale. And as you exhale, take those hands back down if you chose to lift them. Moving the blocks out of the way, go ahead and plant the hands down. Curling your left toes underneath you. Lift the left knee up off the earth. We're gonna step our right foot back to meet our left, high plank, inhale. Exhale, we're moving through that vinyasa, the chaturanga, so option to drop the knees as you bend into those elbows. Inhale, taking your cobra pose. Or perhaps you press into the tops of the feet, lift the knees, lift the thighs, upward facing dog. We're all inhale. And as you exhale, downward facing dog, hips high to the sky. Inhale, your left leg will reach high, 3-legged dog. And as you exhale, step that left foot in between your hands. Lowering your right knee down, take the time to set yourself up, no big deal. There's no rush to get anywhere, so we're just slowly finding what needs to happen. Again, maybe you're on level 1, level 2, or level 3. Whatever feels good in your body as we begin to sink the hip down towards the earth. Opening up through the heart center those next 3 breaths. You want to reach the arms above the head. Feel free to do so now. Last 2 breaths. Big breath here. Inhale. And as you exhale, take those hands all the way down towards the earth, curling your right toes underneath you. Lift your right knee off the ground. Left foot back to meet the right. High plank. Exhale, bend into those elbows. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or that cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful, my friends. Beginning to pedal out those feet one more time, sending energy back into those legs. Starting to really warm up the body. The next inhale, your right leg will reach high to the sky. As you exhale, step right foot in between your hands. Stay high, crescent lunge. Pressing energy into your left leg. Reach the right arm up towards the sky. Ooh. You have a nice bend into your right leg. You're rolling those shoulder blades down the back as you're squeezing the thighs in towards each other. One more deep breath here. Ooh, shakes and wobbles means the body's working. Exhale it out. Let's go ahead and take our left arm forward. Right arm is going to come back behind us. Our inhale, both arms are going to reach up towards the sky. Exhale, twist it open to your right. One more just like that. Inhale. And this exhale, take the hands all the way down towards the earth. Stepping your right foot back to meet the left, high plank. This exhale is just a downward facing dog. On the next inhale, your left leg will reach high to the sky. And as you exhale, step that left foot in between your hands. That crescent lunge, preparing the body high onto those right toes. Reaching the arms above the head. Nice generous bend into your front left leg this time. Ooh, finding stability here, coming back into our breath because we're working. Maybe coming back to that intention that we set. Reminding us that sometimes the challenge is for the change. If we don't challenge our bodies, we don't change. Comes to the mind. Go ahead and take your right arm forward. Left arm is going to come back behind you. Inhale, both arms reach high to the sky. Exhale, twist it open to the left. One more just like that. Inhale. This exhale, take the hands down towards the earth. Stepping your left foot back to meet the right. High plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and begin to roll forward. Take your knees down towards the earth. Nice tabletop position here. Bring your big toes to touch. Walk those knees out wide. Child's pose. You're going to begin to sink your hips back towards your heels as you stretch the arms nice and forward. Softening the forehead down towards the earth. Maybe the option, take a block. Place it in between your legs, in between those feet, and then sit back onto your block. Allows you to find a little bit more depth in your child's pose. If you really struggle with keeping those hips down, because a lot of times they want to kind of come up. So give yourself a foundation. Allow those blocks to be the earth for you. We're going to take 4 more deep breaths here. The wider the knees are apart, the closer the big toes, the deeper the hip opening stretch you'll receive. It begins to feel a little too intense. Go ahead and bring those knees underneath you a little bit. That's going to be a little less intense of this child's pose. If you would like to reach the arms forward, finding a little bit more length as you crawl those fingertips, or perhaps you had a nice bend into those elbows, no big deal here. 2 more deep breaths here into your child's pose. You look fantastic, everyone. Keep going. Let's take a collective breath here together. So finding an inhale. Exhale, open the mouth, sigh it out, release. Beginning to press energy back into your palms, rising back into that nice neutral tabletop position. Curl the toes underneath you. Send the hips high to the sky, downward facing dog. On our next inhale, we're going to reach our right leg up towards the sky. Take that right foot in between your hands. Preparing for that crescent lunge, sweep the arms above the head, inhale. On an exhale, we're gonna send our left heel down. Arms are gonna open out towards the horizon, still gazing forward, warrior two. Finding a nice deep bend into your front right leg. That left leg is nice and straight. We're coming into the inner part of that left foot. One more deep breath here, inhale. And as you exhale, can you sink a little deeper into this warrior two? Inhale, flip your palm. Let's reverse our warrior. Left arm comes back, right arm up and over. 2 breaths here as we find length through that whole right side body. On your next inhale, coming forward, extended side angle. Allowing your right arm to find that right thigh. Or maybe reach down, grab a block, placing your right hand onto that block. Left arm is going to come up and over the body. Squeezing my left bicep towards my ear, a nice 45-degree angle. Can you look underneath that left arm? Deep breath, inhale. And as you exhale, begin to rise back up, warrior two, but straighten out that front right leg. Begin to pivot our right toes towards the left side of our space. We're now coming into a nice forward fold here, Kasarita. Wide-legged forward fold. Take those arms out towards the side. Inhale as you look up. Exhale, send the hips down and back as you melt the chest down towards the earth. Taking a nice wide-legged forward fold here. Allow those hands to rest. Coming down maybe towards those pinky toes. Can you get the crown of the head a little bit deeper? If you're finding it impossible to take this, widen your stance a little bit more. Give yourself a little bit more depth. If it's super easy and you're like, yeah, I got this, I'm super flexible. Go ahead and step those feet in a little bit more. It's gonna be a little bit more of a challenge. Can you allow the top of the head to rest down as you pull the chest through to the thighs? Let's take 2 more deep breaths here. Inhale and exhale. Last deep breath, inhale. And exhale it out. Let's go ahead and begin to walk our hands in towards center. If you need to take a bend into your knees, take a bend into your knees as you plant the palms down. You're going to press into your left palm. Reach your right arm up towards the sky. Inhale. On an exhale, take your right hand down. Lift your left arm up towards the sky. Good. Moving through one more time. So take left hand down. Inhale that right. Exhale your right. Inhale your left. Beautiful. Take both hands down towards the earth and then slide them onto your waist. Gently begin to rise with a nice flat spine. Good. We're going to begin to pivot our right toes forward. Look forward. You're going to hinge off your back left leg to meet the right at the front of your mat. Beautiful. So you should now be at the front of your mat here. We're going to bring those big toes. We can keep those hands right at our waist here. I want you to shift your weight into your left leg as you bring your right knee up. Finding a little bit of balance here, we begin to look forward, finding our dristi. It's a spot that doesn't move. We're going to take this right knee out towards the side, open through the hip. Maybe we take that foot down as a kickstand. Maybe we slide it up the shin. Or perhaps we reach and grab it, place it towards that inner thigh. Wherever you are, just begin to bring the hands towards the heart center, reminding ourselves that any position we're in is a beautiful position. You are exactly where you need to be in this moment. Let's go ahead and reach the arms all the way above the head and open up through those arms, reaching your branches out, starting the new year fresh. Last deep breath here, my friends. Inhale. And exhale it out. So let's go ahead and bring this right knee through center and then place it down towards the earth. Moving through a vinyasa here. Inhale, sweep the arms above the head. We're going to exhale, swan dive forward fold. Lead with the heart. Inhale, take a nice half lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Plant the hands, walk, step, maybe jump the feet back, high plank. Exhale, bend into those elbows, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or that cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful, my friends. We're gonna take that other side. So wanna inhale, reaching your left leg up. Exhale, step left foot in between your hands. Low, slow rise, that crescent lunge. Nice, generous bend into your front left leg. Roll those shoulder blades down the back. Inhale here. As you exhale, spin your right heel down. Arms come out towards the horizon, warrior two. So again, my chest is now facing towards the right side. My arms are out, but I'm looking forward. I'm gazing over my first middle left finger here. As I have a nice bend into my left leg, my right leg is nice and straight. On an inhale, flip your palm, reverse your warrior. Right arm comes back, left arm up and over. Feeling length through that whole left side. Big breath, inhale. On this next inhale, begin to come forward, extended side angle. Left forearm comes onto your left thigh, or maybe it reaches down, grabs a hold of a block. Left palm into the block. Right arm reaches up and over the body, hugging my right bicep towards my ear. Maybe I look up. 45-degree angle here, big breath, that leg is fired up, inhale. And as you exhale, begin to rise back up, straighten through your left leg. Pivoting those left toes towards the right side of your space. This time we're gonna take our hands, interlock them back behind you. Nice wide stance here. Inhale, open up through the heart. And as you exhale, Kasarita, forward fold, leading with the heart, crown of the head comes down. Can you allow a little length through the shoulders here? If this doesn't feel good, simply release and allow the hands to come down. But can you take that shoulder stretch? Using our inhales to prepare the body and the exhales to go deeper into this stretch, into this shoulder stretch, into this hip, quad, thighs. 2 more deep breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. Last deep breath here. Inhale. Exhale it out. This time floating those hands all the way down your legs. And then take the hands onto the hips. Slowly begin to rise with a nice flat back. Inhale once you reach standing. And exhale it out. Pivoting those left toes forward. Springing off our right leg to meet the left at the front of your mat. Boop. Beautiful. Keeping those hands at your waist, begin to shift your weight into that left leg, or into your right leg, excuse me. We're beginning to bring our left knee in through center. Take left knee out towards the side as you open up through your hip. So maybe we have a nice kickstand here. Allow those toes to rest down onto the earth. Maybe we slide it up towards the shin, or we reach down, grab it, place it to the inner thigh. Just be mindful of the knee here. We don't want to put too much pressure onto the knee. That's kind of what's keeping us stabilized. So either below the knee or above the knee as you find your tree pose, opening up through the chest, open through the heart. Go ahead and bring those hands in towards those heart center. And then reach the arms above the head. Open up through your branches here. Maybe you find a cactusing of the arms. 3 big breaths. As you spin the hips forward, tucking your glutes underneath you, find length through the top of the body. Shoulders are extending. Breath is calm. 1 more deep breath here. Inhale. And as you exhale, begin to bring everything back down towards the earth. Final vinyasa here. Inhale, sweep the arms above the head. Exhale as you swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, take that half lift. Exhale, forward fold, plant the hands, walk, step, jump the feet back, high plank. Exhale, bend into those elbows, chaturanga. Inhale, rolling over the toes, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Everybody meet me in that down dog here. Beautiful. We're going to begin to slow down our practice here. So go ahead and roll forward, coming down onto your knees. You're going to sweep those feet over towards the left or right side, does not matter. Gently begin to sit back onto those glutes as you extend the legs all the way out in front of you. We're going to get nice and centered onto our mat here. Maybe we want to take those blocks, place them somewhere accessible to us. We're We're gonna roll that tissue out from underneath us. On an inhale, we're gonna sweep the arms above the head. And as you exhale, forward fold, reach towards the toes, the ankles, the shins, the thighs. It does not matter where you are. We're beginning to sink our chest towards our thighs as we soften the tension through the jaw. If you would like to take those blocks and maybe you place them on either side of you and allow the forearms to rest. Maybe we take that block behind the back of the feet, pulling a little closer. Whatever feels good for you in your body. Calming down that nervous system, we're here for 3. Finding our breath here for 2. For 1 big breath, inhale. And as you exhale, gently begin to rise. Removing those blocks out. We're gonna take a nice bend into our right knee. Take right foot over towards the left side. Go ahead and take your right hand down by your side. Left arm reaches up towards the sky. Inhale. Exhale, karate chop across the body. We're using our left arm to really push into the outside of that right leg as we begin to wring out the spine here. So think of a nice wet rag and we're just kind of twisting the body. Maybe you look over that right shoulder for 2 breaths. Nice deep breath here, inhale. And as you exhale, we're gonna counter twist. So keep the legs where they are. You're just gonna come all the way over towards the left side of your mat. Taking both hands down, kind of roll over onto that left hip. Find that counter stretch. It's not as deep as it was before, but we're still finding it. So you might have to move the body a little bit, no big deal. 2 more breaths here. On your next inhale, begin to rise all the way up and extend that right leg all the way out in front of you. Go ahead and take a generous bend into your left leg. Take left foot over towards the right side, sit up nice and tall. Left hand comes down by your waist, right arm up towards the sky. Inhale as you reach. Exhale, cross it across the body, karate chop here. So we're using that tricep, that palm, that forearm, whatever you can use to gently begin to press into your left leg. Looking over your left shoulder here, sitting up nice and tall, pressing through that left palm. 2 deep breaths here as you gently wring out, releasing. Finding an inhale. And as you exhale, come all the way back through center over towards the right side, counter twist. So rolling onto that right hip just a smidge as you begin to soften the body down towards the earth. Go ahead and begin to press into your palms as you rise all the way up. We're going to keep this bend into our left leg. Place the foot down, bend into your right. Take those hands down by your glutes, scoop your glutes towards your heels, and then lie back onto your back. One of the best parts of yoga. Begin to bring your hands out towards your side and start to windshield wiper those legs just like we began. So maybe again, you have a fast windshield wiper. Maybe you have a slow windshield wiper. Whatever feels okay for you, we're just kind of getting out any last little bit of wiggles, last little bit of movements that the body needs. Go ahead and find those knees into stillness. We're going to take our right leg up towards the sky. Right ankle comes on top of your left thigh. Begin to bring your left leg in towards your chest. Nice figure 4 here. Take your right hand in between this hole you've created. Take your left arm, wrap it around as you soften the head down towards the earth. Pulling into your left leg, finding a deeper stretch here. If you would like to add a flex into the toes, that's going to go a little bit deeper into this stretch. 1 more deep breath as you inhale. And exhale it out. Go ahead and begin to release, unwind, unbind. Take that right leg from on top of the left. Bring those arms out towards the side 1 more time. As you extend your left leg up towards the sky, nice bend into your right knee. Take left ankle, right thigh. Go ahead and begin to bring your right leg in towards your chest, figure 4. Taking our left hand in between that hole we've created, our right arm reaches around our right leg. Begin to pull that right knee in towards your chest. That left knee is pointed out toward that left side. That shin is parallel with our chest as we soften the head back down towards the earth. The more you pull into your right leg, the deeper of a stretch you'll receive here. So just kind of releasing, letting go, finding our breath. Go ahead and begin to release that grip here, taking your right leg down, removing your left, and then hug the knees in towards your chest. Finding that movement here, maybe swaying side to side, left to right. Nice. And then go ahead and begin to release. We're going to take our feet up towards the sky. We're going to take a nice waterfall here as you extend those legs nice and up towards the sky. Maybe you start to add a circling of those ankles here, a point and flexing into those toes. Maybe you want to bend into those knees here, finding a little bit of movement. We're going to start to feel a sensation. Since we're lying on our backs and our feet are above our head, above our heart, we're going to start to feel some pins and needles. That's fine. It's just the body beginning to recirculate that blood flow through yourself. So stay with it. Those pins and needles, you're all right. Nice deep breath here. Inhale. And as you exhale, go ahead and begin to release those feet all the way down. Beginning to prepare for our final resting position. You're going to extend your legs all the way out in front of you. Again, allowing the arms to come out. If you have a piece of clothing, maybe place that over your eyes or just begin to close them or set a gentle gaze past the tip of the nose. This is the time, just like we began, to just release the body here. Taking notice of how the body feels and how it feels to release, to ground and feel supported. Beginning to find stillness within our body, begins to create stillness within our mind and stillness within the breath. Taking your final Shavasana. Take rest and let go. All right, friends, gently begin to add movement back into the body, finding a wiggling of the fingers, a wiggling of the toes. Again, maybe inviting bigger movement here, circling out the ankles as you begin to circle out the wrist. Bending into those elbows, maybe a sway of the head or the hips side to side. On your next inhale, begin to reach those arms all the way back. And as you exhale, drawing those knees in towards your chest, roll over onto your right side, fetal position here. The head can rest onto a bicep. We're staying in this Shavasana type of energy, but we're beginning to bring new energy, new life, new awareness back into the body. Grateful for each and every time we can make it onto our mats. One more day, one more time. Maybe for the first time in a long time, or the first time today. It is always an honor to move our bodies. Go ahead and begin to press into your left palm as you rise to an easy seated position here. Doesn't matter what that seated position looks like for you. It can be crossed legs, it can be legs out in front. We're going to take our palms face down to ground some energy here. Maybe you want to release some energy. Exhale to get rid of all the breath inside the lungs. And on this next inhale, sitting up nice and tall, roll the shoulder blades down the back, fill, lengthen, expand. And when you get to the top of this breath, open your mouth, sigh it out. Release. Let's take 2 more big breaths just like that. Inhale. Exhale it out. Last deep breath. Inhale. Exhale it out. Ah. Perhaps bringing those hands in towards the heart center and maybe bowing the head. The light in me sees, loves, honors, and respects that same beautiful light in each and every one of you. From my heart to yours, I say namaste. I bow to you all. Beautiful practice. Happy 2026, the start of the new year. May you all go in light, love, and in peace. Thank you all so much for joining me today.